Did I just see what I thought I just saw at the end of this week's episode? Okay, Chibis, FYI. If you have not watched the preview for next week's episode, okay? Please, stop this video right now and go see it, because I'm about to talk about it, and I don't want to spoil. I legit do not want to spoil if you did not see the preview for next week's episode, but also, I'm definitely not going to put nothing related to what happened at the preview in the title or in the description, because, yeah, that's spoiler, fucking massive. Fucking massive. So, with that being said, I've given you a chance to leave the video if you haven't seen the preview and you don't want to be spoiled, so now I want to dive right into it. Was that fucking Vegito going Super Saiyan Blue? It was. That was fucking Vegito. FYI, massive fanboy of Vegito. Like, big fucking fanboy. Like, I loved Vegito in Dragon Ball Z. He was an amazing character. And seeing this man back makes me very happy. It has a lot of meaning to it. For one, it shows development with the characters. For instance, Goku and Vegeta, they've set aside their differences for the better, and they've actually tried to save Trunks' world. Like, for instance, they never wanted to fuse. They made it very clear, but now that they're actually fusing and they become Vegito, that's good. It shows development between these two, how they're starting to work together. So, that message right there, very good. But, let's just talk about the power of Vegito real quick, okay? Vegito, when he fought Super Buu, when he was introduced, okay, and he was fighting Super Buu, Vegito didn't really try against Buu. The only reason why the fight was so long was because Vegito was trying to bait Buu for Vegito to get absorbed. He would go inside of Buu for he could save everybody inside of Buu. That was what Vegito's plan was the entire time. And Vegito easily could have mopped the floor with Buu. He could have killed him pretty much instantly. He was ridiculous. Like, this man couldn't really be touched by Buu at all, unless Vegito was really just fucking around. Now, we gotta imagine, this is the Vegito that had Super Saiyan. Regular Super Saiyan, okay? And even in base form, he was beating the shit out of Buu. Like, he really didn't even need to go Super Saiyan. He just proved a point to Buu. He just beat the shit out of this man. Well, now, this is the same exact person that now has Super Saiyan Blue in next week's episode. So you're telling me, Vegito, that was mopping the floor with Buu, now has Super Saiyan Blue. Yo, if you don't realize why this is hype, I don't even know where to start. Because this boy, this man has Super Saiyan Blue. He's Vegito Super Saiyan fucking Blue. Going in, he's going to destroy Zamasu. Like, oh my, the build-up for this, too, if you think about it, because, I mean, a lot of Dragon Ball Super has shown that Goku and Vegeta can't really work together. If they work together, they could do a lot of shit, but they haven't been able to really work together, and now knowing that they set aside their differences, they're going to be working together, they're fusing, I don't even begin to imagine how powerful they are, and what they're going to do to poor Zamasu. I actually feel very bad for him at the moment, because even though he's immortal, he's going to wish he doesn't have an immortal body time Vegito gets done with him. Like, no joke. Time Vegito's done with this man, he's gonna wish he could die. Like, he will wish he is a dead man, because Vegito is gonna tear this man freaking apart. I mean, if there's anything that we've learned from Dragon Ball Z with Vegito with Buu, this is gonna be a savage fight. I can't wait to see how savage Vegito is against Zamasu. So, pushing that aside, let's talk about Zamasu's, like, form in the preview. So, Zamasu, he has, like, his face looks like it's melting, or half of his body legit looks like it's melting, and my interpretation of this is that his body is not being able to take all the damage from what Vegito is doing to him. Like, something's going on. Maybe because the fusion, since it was the same person technically fusing together, it probably fucked it up and there might be some form of, like, problem with the fusion, or maybe you have it to where because he's immortal, he had an immortal body, but then, you know, he fused with a regular mortal body, maybe it's fucking with that, and it's, like, you know, deteriorating him in a way. I mean, there's a lot of questions I have about that, and a lot of theories I can make, but overall, though, Vegito is doing something to this man. He's beating him up rather bad, and his body seems to be going down the shitter. So, yeah, Vegito kicking this man's ass. I really hope, I honestly hope that Beerus gets to see Vegeta. I would love to see Beerus get to see Vegito. I really hope so, but knowing how it is, most likely we're not going to get to see that. I could see Vegito somehow defusing in a way, but that's a question I have right now, because we know these characters, you know, Goku, Vegeta, are eventually going to defuse. I mean, there's just no way it's going to be entirely wrapped around Vegito. I mean, we know the fusion is permanent, but most likely they're going to wish upon the Dragon Balls or something to separate them, and so before all of this happens, I would like to see, you know, Vegito meet Beerus, and then maybe they might have a sparring match or something after all is said and done, because I'd love to see that. I would love to see the full extent of, you know, Vegito's powers against Beerus. That would be an epic fucking fight. So, enough with the preview, because that's all the information we have right now. Let's talk about this episode. So this episode, a lot of build-up for the fusion, to be exact, but also some really good moments with Zamasu and Vegeta. Now, before I get into the Vegeta stuff, Zamasu as a character, he's grown on me. He's definitely grown on me as a villain, because when he first was introduced, he's okay. Like, I didn't think he was the best villain. I'm still a fanboy of Frieza and Boo. I love Frieza's character and how he was built up, and I love Boo's character. But Zamasu is starting to grow on me. He really is. I mean, his personality, to the way he's very narcissistic, to the way he carries himself, the way he feels like he's a god, he's a divine being, everybody else is lesser beings are like trash to him. I mean, I really like his mentality and his personality as a villain, and I really like him now. I really do. I used to not really care about his character, but after seeing him with these mini episodes, seeing his fusion, Goku Black, Zamasu, all that, I've grown closer to his character, and I actually like seeing him on screen now. He has an awesome, you know, I guess, way he carries himself throughout the series. So, yeah, I mean, more Zamasu is fine with me, and definitely his role throughout this episode is awesome. Just the way he was talking to Goku and Vegeta, he was putting them down and all that, saying he's powerful. He's like, you guys trying to strike a god, and he grabs both Vegeta and Goku's hand or fist, and he, like, breaks them and throws them down. That was a great moment, too. He's, like, saying, I'm way stronger than you. You guys can't touch me. You can't even get up here, because only gods are supposed to look down upon the people below them. And I'm like, yo, this man just straight up trash-talking Goku and Vegeta, and I can't wait to see what Vegeto's gonna do when he finally gets that power. He might start trash-talking Zamasu, saying like he's the true god. Knowing how Vegeta was with Boo, you know how he says, I'm Super Vegito. I could see him saying like, I'm God Vegito or something. He probably won't say exactly that, but I could see him saying something that's rather sarcastic or just completely like an asshole towards Zamasu and putting him down. I could see him saying something like that, kind of getting under his skin. So yeah, episode, very good build-up for that, very good character with Zamasu, and also Vegeta's moment, so getting right into that. Anyone else think when Trunks was charging the Gallic Gun, and then there was a power struggle going on, and then Vegeta popped up and used Gallic Gun as well? Did anyone get the father-son Kamehameha vibes from that? Like, that's exactly what that reminded me of, because if you've played, you know, Xenoverse, if you played the games of Dragon Ball Z or whatever, and you've also seen the names to what that move meant, like father-son Kamehameha, did anyone else think that scene really reminded you of that? And it was kind of like a father-son Gallic Gun? That's kind of what that technique looked like when you saw Vegeta, Trunks standing side by side, and they were just shooting at Zamasu. I was like, yo, this is straight up father-son Gallic Gun! This is such a fucking good moment for Vegeta. He's with his son, he's having a power struggle with this man, and I mean, it just reminds me so much of the Gohan and Cell with Goku. It reminds me so much of that moment. So, I don't know if that's where Dragon Ball Super trying to imply a similar scene to that, but I really like that moment. That was probably one of my favorite moments of the episode, just because I'm a big fan of Vegeta, and seeing this man, you know, having a moment with his son Trunks and doing Gallic Gun with him, that was badass. So yeah, how does everybody feel about this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.